Erica, thank you. And back here at home tonight, big news on the Pacific Palisades fire zone. It will fully reopen on Sunday. Anyone can enter, resident or not. No IDs, no passes required, and no checkpoints.
That includes all 30 National Guard and police roadblocks that have been in place for weeks, like this one on PCH tonight. Some people are ready for the roadblocks to go away, but others are worried about what will happen when they're gone. KCAL's Luzdelia Caballero is live in Pacific Palisades tonight with the reopening reaction. Luzdelia.
Yeah, so here's the deal. As you mentioned, these roadblocks are coming down on Sunday, so there will be limited access into the Palisades through PCH. The city says, on one hand, this is going to make things easier for residents to go to their homes and for contractors to get in without having to sit in their cars and wait in these extended long lines. But most residents we talk to are opposing this move because they fear this is going to make them targets for criminals.
There's no reason for anyone to be in the Palisades that doesn't live there.
Lynn McIntyre is one of very few in her community who still has a home that's standing, but it's not livable.
I feel incredibly vulnerable. I feel incredibly scared. I did board up my house.
And hearing National Guard checkpoints will be gone come Sunday and passes will not be needed to get through is adding insult to injury.
I'm very, very, very afraid for what is left of my home.
But she isn't the only one.
It seems like a complete dereliction of duty on a part of the city and individuals that are empowered to do so.
Charles Liu's home was partially burned, and he hoped the city would at least help him protect the memorabilia he has left.
There seems to be resources now to guide tours or let individuals who are not residents come through. For what purpose? I'm completely perplexed. What would be the purpose? It's going to turn into a social media bonanza.
In a virtual town hall Friday afternoon, we learned the 30 National Guard checkpoints that controlled access to the Palisades will come down, but the Guard will stay to protect critical locations like banks, schools, and major roadways.
It's not ready for this right now.
District 11 Councilwoman Tracy Park showing her discontent with the plan.
We worry about burglaries and looting and squatters.
Adding those who have homes don't have water, power, gas, or communication lines, which means homes are not livable or protected.
Inevitably, those homes become targets. We see it all over the city.
Beginning Sunday and lasting through Tuesday, the LAPD will up the number of officers from 80 per shift to 100. The LAPD is saying this is more than the current count and a dramatic increase compared to the number of officers before the fire.
This is a significant surge in resources than what's already up there currently, and a really, really big surge compared to what's normally up there, which is what Chief McDonald said earlier, essentially 2 officers or 1 police car.
And while there will temporarily be more law enforcement in the area, those who lost homes or businesses like Shirley Urick,
I'm the Palisades psychic,
feel this is just not right.
People have things, that we all had to leave at one time. We couldn't take anything. So I feel like that's what people would probably want to come here for.
And though most people we talked to were upset with the city's decision,
so it's going to have to be reopened. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it.
At the end of the day, it's evident many Palisades residents feel abandoned by city leadership, saying more should be done to protect a community that's already lost so much.
Those of us that are left, we need to be taken care of, and I just don't see that happening.
So clearly that fear of being targeted by criminals stands tonight and likely will persist until, residents see that surge in officers, at least for the next couple of days. But then that begs the question, how are things going to look as days go on and as weeks go on? At this point, only time will tell. Reporting live in PCH, Luzdelia Caballero, KCAL News.